Fundamental right in journal define the term state as given under Article 12 of the Constitution of India. Full stop. How the Supreme Court has expanded the scope of it. Scope of it हो गया, expanded the scope of it. Scope of it हो गया. Other authority to be considered as state under Article 12 of the Constitution. Full stop. To definition of the state for the purpose of the part third of the Constitution of India. Article 12. Article 12 define the term state for the purpose of the fundamental right contained in the part third. Contained in the part third of the Constitution. Full stop. Article 12 provide that unless the context otherwise required, the state include the government and parliament of India. Parliament of India and the legislature of each of the state and all local or other authority within the territory of the India, within the territory of India and or under the under the control of the government of India, under the control of the government of India. Full stop. Article 12 given in inclusive and not exhaustive definition of the state. So the term the state include: A. The government and parliament of India. B. The government and legislature of each of the state. Each of the state. Article 12 define the term state for the purpose of the fundamental right containing in part third of the Constitution. Full stop. The Article 12 provide that unless the context unless the context otherwise required, the state include the government and parliament of India and the legislature of the each of the state and all local or other authority within the territory of India or under the control of the government of India. Full stop. Article 12 given in inclusive and not exhaustive definition of the state. So the term the state including: A. Government and parliament of India. B. Government and legislature of the each of the state. Legislature of the each of the state. C. All local and other authority within the territory of India. D. All local and other authority under the control of the government of India. The first two category included the executive and the legislative organ of the union and the state. Full stop. The term government stand to include a department of the law, department of the government or any institution under the control of a department of the government, for example the income tax department or the forest research institute Dehradun. Forest research institute Dehradun. DEHRA. Dera. DUN. Full stop. These two categories are self-explanatory and have not invoked any difficulty. Full stop. The expression local authority refer to a unit of local self government. Full stop. So constructed constructed the expression shall include a municipal board, town area committee, a notified area committee, a village panchayat, improvement improvement trust, a mining settlement board, a municipal corporation, a port trust. A port trust a port trust is judiciary state under the Article 12 of the Constitution of India. A judiciary state under the Article 12 of the Constitution of India. In Article 12, the term judiciary is mentioned. Not specially mentioned. Full stop. Therefore, the judgment of the court cannot be challenged on the ground that they contravenes contravens contravenc contravencing fundamental right contravencing fundamental right full stop, but so far has the right to equal protection contained in article 14 was concerned. The Supreme Court in Bandun Budhan Budhan Chaudhary Chaudhary Budhan Chaudhary versus State of Bihar held that any state action, whether executive, legislative, or judicial, which contravenes Article 14 was void. Full stop. The court, whoever limited the application of the Article 14 to judicial decision only to case involving willful and purposeful discrimination. हो गया purposeful discrimination 2 दिसंबर 1954 बुधन चौधरी और अन्य 12 राज्य. The majority of the judge in A.R. Atule Antulay Antulay. The majority of the judge in A.R. Antulay versus R.S. Naik. R.S. Naik held that a wrong determination of the court could not be corrected in proceeding for certiorari certiorari हो गया certiorari in Rupa Ashok Hura है Hura in Rupa Ashok Hura versus Ashok Hura, a constitution batch of the file learned judge of the Supreme Court has reaffirmed the foregoing observation and ruled that no judicial proceeding could be said be violative of any of the fundamental right violative of any of the fundamental right. Full stop. It was said to be a settled position of law that the superior court of the justice did not fall within the ambit of the state or the other authority under the Article 12. In Prem Chandra Garg versus Excise Commissioner UP, the question related to the rule-making power of the Supreme Court conferred by the Article 14 Clause 5 of the regulating the practice and procedure of the court was considered. Full stop. It was held that the rule framed under the Article 14 Clause 5 were framed in the exercise of the delegated power of the legislation, and the said power could not be exercised so as to affect the fundamental right. Conclusion. It may be thus stated that judiciary, while exercising its rule-making power, could be covered by the express state within the meaning of the Article 12, but while performing its judicial function, it is not so concluded. Other authorities instrumentally or agency of the government. The expression other authority has neither been defined in the Constitution nor in any statute. Full stop. It is therefore left for the court to interpret this expression so as to be determining the scope. Full stop. The question has to interpretation of the expression other authority was considered in the detail by the Supreme Court in Rajasthan State Electricity Board versus Mohanlal. The Supreme Court referred to the definition of the term state in Article 12 and held that the Rajasthan State Electricity Board was clearly in authority to which of the provision of the Part third, provision of the part third of the Constitution were applicable. Full stop. The court observed that the expression other authority in Article 12 was wide enough to include within it every authority created by a statute, statute, and functioning within the territory of India or under the control of the government of India, and there was no reason to narrow down this meaning in the context in which word other authority was used in the Article 12. The proposition thus developed further in R. D. Sethi versus International Airport Authority and Som Prakash Rekhi versus Union of India, and called out in the form of a test to determining as to when a corporation could be said to be in instrumentality, instrumentality or agency of the government. Full stop. These tests are summarized as follow. These tests are summarized as follow. Okay, these tests when the simulative when the sumulative effect of all the relevant factor mentioned above, once the body is found to be in instrumentally or agency of the government, it would be in authority included in the term state under Article 12 and shall be subjected to the same constitutional limitation as the government. Full stop. However, the test above set out are not conclusive or glitching but are merely indicative and have to be in use with care, and occasion should not be structured so far as to bring in every or any automation body which has some nexus within the government within the sweep of the expression other authorities. Full stop. The question regulating the status of a non-statutory body came before the Supreme Court in Ajay Hasia versus Khalid Mujib. In this full stop. In this case, the question was whether the Regional Engineering College, Srinagar, sponsored by the Government of India, established, administered and managed by the society and registered under the Jammu and Kashmir Registration of the Society Act 1898. 1898 was included within the term state under the Article 12. Term state under the Article 12 हो गया. राजू प्रसाद राजू प्रसाद शर्मा versus State of Assam 2015. The Supreme Court of the India made it clear that judiciary in India okay, judiciary in India acting on its judicial side cannot be considered as a state under Article 12 of the Constitution, and that only when the court deal with their employee or act in other matter purely in administrative capacity, they may fall within the definition of the state for attracting right jurisdiction jurisdiction. Full stop. The Supreme Court also ruled that the right against the judiciary would like against their administrative action along with the Dr. Jant हो गया. डॉक्टर जयंत हो गया. डॉक्टर JANET डॉक्टर जेंट जयपाल वर्सेस एसआरएम यूनिवर्सिटी. JANET जेंट जयपाल वर्सेस एसआरएम यूनिवर्सिटी. एसआरएम यूनिवर्सिटी हो गया. SRM यूनिवर्सिटी. डॉक्टर जयपाल JEYAPAUL जयपाल वर्सेस SRM यूनिवर्सिटी. Opening that the term authority used in Article 226 in the context must be receive a liberal meaning, unlike the term in Article 12, the Supreme Court held that in added education institutions like government institutions discharge public function हो गया discharge public function